good. That's pretty good. Still good. I think I got time.
Come on, let's go. What's taking so long? Can you hurry up, buddy? What, is your gas pedal broken?
I know! Okay. Come on! Oh, this thing. Go! Accelerate! Come on!
Hey friends, it's Len here from 1A Auto. In this video, we are going to talk to you about throttle bodies. There's multiple types of throttle bodies you could have on your engine. You might have a cable-driven throttle body, which will have a cable that goes from your gas pedal to the throttle body and it opens up your butterfly valve. Or you can have an electronic throttle body, which is what we're going to be focusing on. Of course, if you need any parts, check us out at 1aauto.com. Now let's get into it. To find the throttle body, locate your air filter. Once you've found that air filter housing, follow the intake all the way over to where it connects onto the throttle body, attached to that intake manifold. Looking at this table, you can tell that there are a lot of different shapes and sizes for throttle bodies. It really just depends on your particular application, but each one of them will have some sort of electrical connector in this area. Now that electrical connector is going to lead directly down to a motor. That motor will lead to some gears which are located behind this cover. Those gears are supposed to actuate the little valve inside here to control the amount of airflow getting drawn into the engine. Being an electric throttle body, you can imagine it operates by electrical current. This current is supplied by your car's ECU. The ECU is going to take information from the car's mass airflow sensor, which is located close to the air filter box, the air temp sensor, and from the throttle itself. Based on these values, it tells the throttle body how far to open to let air in. The ECU also monitors the throttle body using the throttle position sensor, which tracks the orientation of the throttle plate. If it notices something's wrong, you might get a check engine light. Typically when this happens, you're going to get a code that says you have an issue with the throttle position sensor. Other than that, you might notice a decrease in fuel economy. It doesn't take you very long before you have to stop at the next gas pump driving down the road. You might also find that your car hesitates when you try to accelerate, or when you're just sitting still and the car's idling, it feels as though it has a little bit of a misfire or even wants to stall out on you. But why does this happen? That black soot that you saw on your throttle body is due to this right under here. Give this a little wiggle. Looking down in this area, you can see your valve cover. Your engine will have a hose or a line coming from the vehicle's PCV valve or from the valve cover directly. That hose is supposed to allow the built-up gases created inside of the engine to escape and get drawn into the engine's intake. When that happens, it's going to get burnt up rather than getting sent out into the atmosphere. Those gases from inside the valve cover have tiny oil molecules that accumulate on things such as the throttle body, the idle air control valve, or the air intake manifold as they get drawn in towards that combustion chamber. When that happens, it's possible for the throttle body or the idle air control valve to get clogged or restricted in some way that they can't function properly. In order for your engine to be able to idle without using the accelerator pedal, you're going to have some sort of bypass that makes it so air can bypass past this valve right here. On this particular throttle body, you can tell that you have this notch cut out where air can be drawn in through this tube. On the other side of this tube, there's going to be an idle air control valve that controls the amount of air that can come through here, bypassing the valve. If any of this is clogged with carbon, it's going to cause an issue with idle or even a runnability issue. The outboard side of the throttle plate looks dirty and easy to clean. But what about the back side? Typically, the back is going to be a lot dirtier than the front. Have a look at this one. Also, if there's buildup near the throttle plate, the electric motor might not be able to smoothly operate the butterfly valve. It's common for people to want to clean a dirty throttle body. But should you? There's some important things to think about. The reason why I'm asking if you should clean it is because there is always the possibility that you might damage the throttle body itself when you try to do so. You're going to be using a solvent to try to get off all that carbon. When you do it, it is possible for some of that solvent to cause deterioration on the seals or even make its way into the circuit board of the throttle body. When this happens, it can of course cause some damage. And while you're doing it, if you were to happen to hit on that butterfly a little bit and cause a calibration issue, once again, you need a throttle body. Now with that said, you want to be extremely careful. Make sure you're wearing hand and eye protection at all times. So we talked a little bit about cleaning your throttle body. As you can tell, it's not necessarily going to come out perfectly clean. What I would do is just go to 1AAuto.com. You can order yourself a brand new one, shipped fast and free directly to your door. Go ahead and get yourself a brand new gasket and then put it all together. Now, I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned a little something. If there's something in this video that you found was interesting and you think somebody else might like it, go ahead and share it with them. If you like the video or even love the video, go ahead and smash on the like button for me. It would mean the world. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell. That way there you, all of your friends, can be kept up with all of our latest content. Thanks.
Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang.
Woo! Pretty chitty bang bang, we love you.
Might also find that you have sluggish acceleration.
Sluggish?
You might also find that you have sluggish acceleration. You might also find that you have sluggish acceleration.
Do that one more time.
Sluggish?